Have you ever hit the snooze button so many times that you end up running late? If so, you've probably seen ads for the Flow alarm clock, a device that claims to solve the snoozing problem once and for all. But is Flow a genuinely useful wake-up tool, or is it simply clever marketing wrapped around a basic alarm clock? Let's find out. The main idea behind Flow is actually pretty simple. The company argues that traditional alarms fail because they're too easy to turn off. When you're half asleep, your brain isn't making great decisions, so it's incredibly easy to silence an alarm and go right back to sleep. Flow attempts to fix that by changing your behavior. Instead of simply tapping a button beside your bed, you have to physically get up and return a portable alarm dock to its charging station before the alarm will stop. The theory is that once you're already out of bed and moving around, you're less likely to crawl back under the covers. At least on paper, that concept makes sense. Behavioral psychology has long shown that adding friction to bad habits can make them easier to break. By forcing movement first thing in the morning, Flow could potentially help some people establish better wake-up routines. However, there are some concerns that potential buyers should know about. One of the biggest complaints appearing online involves the subscription model. Several customers have reported purchasing the device only to discover that certain features require an ongoing subscription. Some users expressed frustration that they believe they were buying a complete product, only to encounter additional costs after setup. For some buyers, this was enough to make them feel misled. That doesn't automatically make the product a scam, but it is something consumers should carefully review before purchasing. Whenever a physical device requires recurring payments, it's important to understand exactly which features are included and which ones may be locked behind a subscription. Another issue is the lack of extensive independent reviews. Many people searching for Flow alarm clock reviews have noted that authentic long-term user experiences can be difficult to find. While the company presents compelling marketing material, some consumers would prefer to see more independent testing before making a purchase decision. That doesn't necessarily mean the product doesn't work. It simply means the available evidence is still somewhat limited. As for effectiveness, the answer probably depends on the user. If your main problem is automatically hitting snooze while still half asleep, Flow's physical dock system could genuinely help. Forcing yourself to stand up and walk across the room creates an extra step that many standard alarm clocks don't have. On the other hand, if you struggle with severe sleep deprivation, inconsistent sleep schedules, or underlying sleep issues, no alarm clock is likely to be a miracle solution. In those cases, improving sleep habits may have a bigger impact than buying a new device. So, is the Flow alarm clock legit or a gimmick? Based on what we know, it appears to be a real product built around a reasonable behavioral concept rather than an outright scam. However, concerns about subscription requirements, limited independent reviews, and the relatively high cost may give some buyers pause. If you're considering Flow, make sure you fully understand the pricing structure and return policy before ordering. And if you've actually tried the Flow alarm clock, share your experience in the comments below. Did it finally break your snooze habit, or was it just another gadget that didn't live up to the hype? If you found this review helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more honest product reviews. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.